In Massachusetts, invading migrants can receive free rent for 2 years with a new program called Home Base. You see, they were living it up in migrant hotels, all expenses paid, and I mean literally everything. And then many were relocated into apartment complexes at the expense of $30,000 per family to the taxpayers. But now many of the migrants can't afford to pay their rent. If only white homeless people were ever treated this well in America. So in comes yet another money black hole sucking program called Home Base. They claim it is to help homeless families move from shelters into permanent housing. But as many have proven, the majority of these people are illegals and migrants. The program includes rent money for 2 years. First and last month's rent, security deposit, a broker's fee for a new place. There's also landlord incentives. Home Base may be used to pay landlord bonuses equal to up to 1 month's rent of the unit. They will also get up to $5,000 for outstanding past rent or utilities if the debt is stopping them from signing a new lease. No, there's more. Furniture money, $2,500, and all moving expenses paid. Are you enraged? And when the 2-year free ride runs out, then what? Remember, many of the people who will be using Home Base moved out of migrant hotels. So let's run through what these illegal invaders we didn't ask for or need already received, okay? On top of the welfare checks on arrival, they are provided with diapers, diaper pails, wipes, cribs, bassinets, playpens, baby bottles, baby formula, free car seats, free new mother bags. Parents get a WIC, which is a Women, Infant, and Children's Welfare Card of $400 to $800 a month per child. Free clothes, winter coats, gloves, shoes. They get this Department of Transitional Assistance, which can run up to almost $3,000 a month for a family of 4. They get Mass Health, which is Medicaid coverage, free vaccines, not that I care about that, free Uber Lyft to schools, grocery stores, doctor's appointments paid, hospitals, or even if you want to get a ride to a job interview. Yeah, right. Like that's really happening. That's what they're using their Uber for. Free toiletries. They get toothpaste, deodorant, special ethnic shampoos, skin creams, aspirin, toothbrushes, feminine products. They're handed stamps and envelopes. They get to go to movie nights and holiday parties at these migrant hotels. They get free U-Haul boxes for their move, free luggage on departure day, new beds. Yeah, every illegal is getting this. Delivered for free to their new house, up to 10 new items of furniture. So it's couches, tables, end tables, rugs, etc. Delivered for free. They get a $900 move-in package for their dishes and towels and cutlery. Yeah, I'm sure they're really spending it all on that. So what does this cost Massachusetts alone? $75 million a month. Now that was just for the migrant hotels. And now they're moving out of those and out of these into these apartment complexes. They can't pay their rent. So now here is Home Base. And get this, even though these illegals don't work, they get free tax prep at $350 per family. And most are going to be getting the big tax returns via child tax credits. Even though they don't pay taxes because they don't work, somehow they're getting these child tax credits. And what I've read to you here isn't even the entire freebie list. So after this full boat free ride they've reaped by invading a civilized white nation, how many of these illegals will ever consider standing up on their own feet and supporting themselves? Hardly any. But we will get the privilege of seeing and hearing them all over our country, even in the smallest towns, complaining how it's not good enough and how white people are the problem. They have to go back. This is a ticking third world time bomb, and we have had enough.
All the incentives that our governments should put on their own native population in order to incentivize them to have more kids.
Yes.
If they were genuinely concerned about declining birth rates and using migration as the excuse to make up for it, why can't all that money be put on hardworking families that are struggling already and tell them, you can have all these things, but just have more kids or something? Yes. Then, you know, but none of this is happening because these are breeding and feeding colonies that are being set up. These are brown breeding colonies that being, you know, established inside of our countries, essentially. And it's the same thing in most Western countries by this point.
We bring them in and just feed them and help them reproduce.
Yeah, exactly. Just bring them in and breed as much as you possibly can, right? And of course, these are some of the things we get in return: murder, rape, and assault. We get sexual grooming gangs and clan violence and fights and all the problems that comes with it, essentially. But in the UK, there was some footage out. Someone had covertly filmed it a little bit from one of the hotels. As you said before, though, when the hotels become an inconvenience because now people can go outside and protest outside of the central location, now they divide them up.
Hide them in apartment complexes.
We're done with that program now. And then they just spread them out, right, in the community and force them, and they pay for them. This is great for business. It's great for businesses.
Someone's getting rich, and it's not us.
The Walmarts and the Targets and the Wayfairs and the Amazons, whatever it is, right?
The corporations that own these hotels.
Business is up. We're doing great financially. Look, we're selling shit. But anyway, look at the buffet here. The fancy, a posh, as they call it in the UK, posh buffet, where however many eggs you want.
What's on the menu? Hash browns, beans, hash browns, salad, eggs.
If you fancy having 10 eggs for your breakfast, take 10 eggs.
What's on the menu? Hash browns, beans, hash browns, salad, eggs, tomatoes, lovely. A lunch menu. Curry. Yes, chips, as said.
Bring them in, feed them. Meanwhile, like part of the government that's like starving kids and like I'm not even saying give away the food, give it to like British people that are struggling. You know, I mean,
starving. They can't fix their teeth. They can't heat their homes. It pisses me off.